I'm Julio Torres Santana, graduated Morrisville in '07, where I transferred to Cornell the same year. I remember when I started Morrisville, my two aunts run me in. First time in Morrisville, they just drove me in, my box is there, and I was just standing here looking at the campus like, oh, wow, what am I gonna do? You know, it was a culture shock. It was like a blank slate kind of situation for me, and it wasn't the first time. So, you know, I took on the challenge. Morrisville for me it was kind of the greatest thing that happened to me, because my story it's a little different to a lot of people's story. I moved to the U.S. To New York in 2002 with 2 years left of high school. So I moved into New York knowing no English. So you know, it was hard to be bombarded with SATs and Regents exams, like almost 2 years after you're starting to learn the language. So I didn't do that well in those. My grades were good because I was going to a bilingual school, South Bronx High School, but the regions were awful. And when I was finishing, I applied to several schools, but Morrisville was the only one who took me in. So there was a lot of Latinos here, and people that I could, you know, familiarize with and have a social group with. That was also a great factor, because, you know, when you come from the city, you need that. You need people you can relate to, people you can kind of, you know, talk about the same things, culturally speaking. I didn't even know they had architecture when I started Morrisville, because I was so focused on just getting out of the city, going to a place where I can focus and learn. And when I did find out that they had architecture, I was like, great. I wanted to be an architect since I was a little kid, but I never had the opportunity to even do a drawing class, you know, due to where I come from. So everything started here. I was motivated by the Morrisville program. I wanted to take everything I could and more. Well, my professors at Morrisville, Dr. Engla was the key. She made sure I did the best I could. Sometimes she probably I noticed sometimes she probably got frustrated, especially this one time I had to present, and the plotter was down, so my presentation was all in like 8.5 by 11 sheets. I don't know if you remember that. And, you know, and those kind of things is the kind of helped me, you know, be more focused and more careful, and always have a plan B. And I'm grateful for her for doing that for me. So yeah, you know, I think every time I think about architecture, I'm thinking about Morrisville.
For a moment I knew what it was all about.